Hey guys, in this video I'll be joined by my brother Frikk. We start off at Tysnesøya where the last episode ended, sailing off the hook, so we'll explore a couple of islands. I'll also learn the hard way how fast anchor chain pays itself out, and I'll be exploring an island that was pivotal in the Norwegian Civil War in the late Viking Age in the 12th century. Wait. It's 5.2 knots, pointing pretty well. We're getting a bunch of waves from down there. First time reefing, huh? As close to surfing as I'll ever get. That was nice. Speed ferry cutting straight across our bow between us and that fish farm. Let's hope my math checks out. This is pretty chill for me. We're making pretty good headway against the wind. This little cove here is pretty neat. And there's also an outdoor toilet. Frikk decided he wanted to start racing. He's not really sure about the right of way and the rules, but so we're fleeing because one of the race boats nearly rammed us. It's probably our fault for being in their way, but man, those guys were dedicated. I don't know if they lost the wind or whatnot, but they were going left and right, so we couldn't really tell which way they were going. So now there's the race flag, so we're gonna steal it. Looks like we won. They're all over there, suckers. Ha ha! Hey! Sailing into Lønningshavn. So we're just gonna sail all the way in, throw the anchor, tie up. Hopefully there's not a lot of boats there that will crash into. And Frikk's ready with the mainsail, which is not gonna get stuck or jammed or any, no. I've had this computer for 5 years and now it finally died on me. And of course it did, as I was transferring video files, so I lost a couple of them. But anyway, I gotta get a new one if I'm to resume editing videos. So I found one on the internet, but it's in Bergen, so I'm gonna have to go there on my bike. I lived in Bergen as a teenager, so this will pretty much be a trip down memory lane. A slight setback because when I bought a ticket for the light rail, it just said save and ticket to your bank card, and it didn't give me a receipt. And halfway back to the boat, a security guard boarded, and in my experience they'll fine you and then you gotta spend 3 months to get your money back. In my teenage years I was pretty broke, so I reacted on instinct and made a clean getaway, even though I technically wasn't sneaking. Yeah, that's a pretty clear sign of a broken GPU.
Which sucks because I went a hell of a long way to get it secondhand and it's dead on arrival. I've tried everything. I've tried Linux, I've tried updating the BIOS. It's the 17th of May, which is Norway's Constitution Day, but I do not want to strike my beautiful Jolly Roger colors. So, to appease the masses, I'll just put the Norwegian flag on top of the mast. Over there's Håøyna Naval Base. Got this huge hall where they park the boats. And that's where the frigates are kept when they're not busy losing battles versus cargo ships. No joke. Read up on Tysnesøya and see what happens if a cargo ship rams a Norwegian frigate. It's not pretty. Speaking of losing battles, you know, right away under sail and all that versus engine, there is the Danes. I'm getting pretty trashed by the sun here. Using SPF 50 sunscreen and I might as well use water. It doesn't help. So just torn an old bed sheet. It'll have to do. Probably look ridiculous, but I don't care. The wind's pretty light and I'm constantly getting wake from the power boats passing me, mostly big cabin cruisers. So every time the wake hits me, I'm losing all my momentum, which is starting to become pretty annoying. Welcome to the past 3 hours of my life. That was a good 5-hour session of anger management practice. But you can't really road rage when you're doing 1 knot, you know? So I finally regained my speed. So I'm doing 2.5 knots, half throttle on the engine. And I'm getting close to a place where I can tie up and get out of the sun. I'm on my way further north to Håøyna. It's pretty gusty today, so I'm just running to Genoa. I beats the Roland from yesterday. Well, that was painful. Well, that was a proper match. I'll drop the chain out. I've never used anchor chain before, so that was a surprise. It went out pretty fast, nearly broke my fingers. And then, to top it off, the anchor started dragging, the wind was picking up, and yeah. I need a few more attachment points for the camera. I had to take the camera down to avoid losing it in the water, because I don't have a floating device for it yet. Anyway, I tied up here. The whole bottom in this entire area is rocky. There's not much wind, unfortunately, because there's mosquitoes. But I'm immune to mosquitoes. So now I'm gonna go to Naval and just get some groceries because I'm starving. It's pretty much a jungle. It's really tempting to just use the dinghy to avoid this bog. But sitting around on a boat all day is making me fat and lazy. So I should just appreciate actually moving for a change. And there we go. You know, in my experience, I've probably just been walking parallel to the path all the time. Ice cream. For some unknown reason, every single store was closed, but I got this. So, all in all, it's worth the fight through the jungle. A friend of mine has his boat in the harbor on the other side of the sound, and he's preparing to go to Greenland on a climbing expedition. So I'm gonna meet up with him, check out his boat. I used to have a 230 dinghy. This one is 250, 2.5 meters. And I kind of wanted a bigger one, but it'll be pretty hard to launch it. I'm kind of reminded why I went to electric, because that's more spacious than I'm used to. Ah. So we're gonna tow a 36-foot sailboat with a 5 horsepower outboard. På Grønland I morgen da? So I got 20 liters of water. And they gave me homemade cheesecake. So that'll be my dinner for today.